This video will start a new series of videos from me on chords and chord progressions. So this is mostly for those of you learning popular and rock music, and especially those of you learning to play and sing, but I'm going to be particularly talking about chords. Now here's the first thing you've got to know about the chords, is you have to understand how they work within the scale. Let's take the C major scale. Here's your C major chord. In the C major scale, you have 7 notes, so you also have 7 potential chords you could use. C, D, E, F, G, A, B. We're going to give those numbers. These numbers are going to be important for the chord progressions that you learn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. First chord progression we're going to learn today is 1, 5, 6, 4. I'm going to try to have a new one up every week. So here's our 1. Let's go up to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5. Okay. So 1, 5. Then 6 is 1 up. 4 is down 2. You'll see why the numbers are important in just a little bit. So now what we're going to do is with the left hand, we're just going to play root notes. You had a C for the 1. The 5 is a G. I'm going to go down to the G. And then up 1 for 6, down 2 for 4. Now let's play this together. Now play these with inversions. Now what an inversion means is you're going to move around the notes a little bit. So instead of playing the G here, we're going to try to move it closer to the C. Your 5th finger, pinky, is already playing a G. So we just need the other 2 notes. We need a B and a D. So here's a B, here's a D, so there's your G. So let's play this as G. Try this with C to G. Here's your C. Now move to G. Now the A is just 1 step up. So what we're going to do is just move the hand over to the right 1 step. That gives you the 6th chord. Now the 4 chord, between the 4 and the 6 chord, there's only 1 note that's different. So in this position, the only note that's not in the F chord is this E. We're going to move it up to F and play an F chord. So here's your A, here's F. If you want to know a little bit more about major and minor chords, check out some of my other videos, but I'm going to real quick tell you what each of these chords is. Okay, the 1 chord is C major. The 5 chord is another major chord, a G major. The 6 chord is a minor chord, A minor. The 4 chord is a major chord, F major. So now if you're learning to play this for kind of popular music, just know that you could use this in a bunch of different ways. That was not super exciting. So let's try something else. Try 2 of each, using the pedal to kind of hold those notes down. Now it sounds a little more interesting, right? Now try this if you're a little more advanced. Try top 2, bottom. Watch this chord here. This is a broken chord. See what I'm doing? Top 2 to the bottom. Might sound familiar. It might sound like something you've heard before. A lot of songs use that type of broken chord to play. So now let's try this in a different key. This is where the numbers become so important. So we just did C, G, A, F, 1, 5, 6, 4. Let's try it in G. Okay, now if we're in the key of G, G is your 1 chord. So now your 5 chord is going to be D. Something we need to know and remember is what the key signature or the notes of the scale are in whatever key we're playing. So you have to remember there is an F sharp in G major. So if we're going to go to the D chord, there's an F sharp there. Now that's your 5 chord. Your sixth chord is E minor. And then to your 4 chord, remember what we did before? Just move that middle note up a half step and it gets it there. So now 1, 5, 6, 4. Once you start to learn the patterns, it becomes even easier. Let's try it in a harder key. One more key, D major, and then I'll let you try it in other keys yourself. And if you have any questions for me about that, you can always leave a comment down below, and I'll be happy to answer any questions you have. D major. D major has 2 sharps, F sharp and C sharp. So we're going to automatically have a sharp in the middle here. Then we're going to move to the 5 chord, A major. Then we're going to move this up a step to the 6th chord for B minor. And then the last one, move that middle note here, this F sharp, up a half step for the last chord, for that 4 chord. So we have 1, 5, 6, 4. Look for more chord progressions coming soon. That's just one of many that you can learn.